Does your desk look like this? When your desk is messy, it's hard to find stuff and it slows you down. The same goes for your servers. In this episode of Bower Power, we show you how to schedule a defrag on your servers. This episode of Bower Power brought to you by Geeks.com. Support Bower Power and get your geeky holiday deals. Visit geeks.bowerpower.net for links to discounts and sale items to get your geek on for the holidays. Welcome to episode 15 of Bower Power. I, of course, am Paul Bower, aka twitter.com/eldepablo. Yes, I am flying solo this time. You noticed that Sundance isn't with me. But that's because Sundance and I decided that we were going to go with a new format for the show. We're going to try to keep everything under 10 minutes, so that way we can put our videos up on YouTube. That and we know that you guys' internet attention spans, can't last longer than 10 minutes anyway. So this is for the best. Anyway, speaking of YouTube, though, we have a new YouTube channel we want you guys to check out. Go to youtube.com/TV Bower Power. That's our new YouTube channel. The other one, youtube.com/eldepablo, that's just my personal one, kind of my sandbox, if you will. But this one's going to be dedicated to Bower Power episodes. So do check that out and subscribe to our videos. With that out of the way, let's just get right to it. So today we're talking about defrag, right? And as you saw in the opening, defrag's kind of like your desktop at work, right? It gets really cluttered. It's really hard to find stuff, right? You have papers everywhere. You're like, where's that Excel spreadsheet? You got to look around. It's really hard to find. But when everything's nice and tidy and orderly, it becomes really easy to find. Well, the same thing's with your hard drive. In Windows, after a long time of use, different bits and pieces start getting staggered everywhere on your hard disk, and the more cluttered it gets, like your desk, the harder it is for Windows to find this stuff. So what you have to do is do a defrag. In the new version of Windows, let me show you here, Windows 2000 Server. Windows Server 2008 rather, they've made it really easy. If you just go to Start, All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, click on Disk Defragmenter, right? They have the new defrag utility. If you check this box here, Run on Schedule, you can click on Modify Schedule, run it weekly. For a server, you can probably do it just doing it monthly or whatever. And you definitely want to do it on the weekend where it's not going to impact your users. But you can schedule that weekly, Friday, 11 p.m. By default, it selects all the volumes on your computer automatically. And you're done. Simple, right? In previous versions of Windows Server, you couldn't really do that. They do have a defrag utility, but it's intended to be more of a manual process, right? So what came out, right? They came out with Disk Keeper, a very good defrag program that costs a lot of money, right? So what I'm going to show you here in Windows Server 2003, I've got a VM set up, is a utility I've blogged about in the past. You can look at the URL down here. It's called Defragler. There's other free utilities out there I like too, JK Defrag. If you have your favorite, let me know. Shoot me an email, info@bowerpower.net. But right now, Defragler is my favorite, okay? It's got a nice little graphic setup here. You can kind of get an idea of what your disk is looking like, how defragged it is right now. But the cool thing, if you go into Settings, Options, right, you can Click on Defrag here. You can set options to move large files to the end of the drive, right? And that makes it faster when your computer's got to open larger files. It's just got to go quickly to the edge of the drive, right? So that's a cool little feature. But then right here, you click Schedule. You select your drive. Check the option to schedule. You can do weekly, monthly. Let's do weekly, and we'll start on Friday at 11:40 p.m. Whatever, I don't care. And we'll click OK, and it's done. That simple. It's almost as simple as the new built-in one for 2008 server. And if you go to All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, Schedule Tasks, you now see a Defragler Volume C task here, right? And you can open it up, and it's running as NT Authority System, so you don't have to worry about passwords. You can put a service account in there if you want, but you don't need to. You can change the schedule here, obviously. Settings, you can stop it if it runs too long. Maybe you don't want it to run into Monday or something like that. Just like any other scheduled task. But it's that simple. And the cool thing is, it'll keep your servers running smooth and efficiently. And this also works good in VM too, because if you have a lot of VMware servers, a lot of people are like, well, we don't have to worry about defrag, it's a VM. That's not true, because the harder your virtual machine has to work, the harder the host operating system has to work to maintain that. So you want to keep your VMs defragged too. And Defragler is a good utility, and the built-in Windows 2008 defrag utility is good too. And that's about it. If you have any other tips or suggestions for the upcoming new short Bower Power episodes, shoot me an email at info@bowerpower.net, or hit us up in the comments, either on any of our video sites or on the blog, of course, www.bowerpower.net. And that's about it. So until next time, remember, here at Bower Power, information is power. This episode of Bower Power brought to you by Geeks.com. Support Bower Power and get your geeky holiday deals. Visit geeks.bowerpower.net for links to discounts and sale items to get your geek on for the holidays.